We are live. Hi, I am adjusting. I had this great idea today to sit downstairs. You can kind of see my messy house, but the lighting is really funky. I have my new glasses. They've got the new filter on them, so when I'm at the computer, I think that's why it's got the yellow glare, so that way everything looks really good. Anyway, my little messy house. Yes, I'm like sharing too much today, but I really felt like sitting downstairs. It's such a nice day, and sometimes my office feels a little bit cold. So welcome to Money Mamas. Yes, my dirty wall. Okay, these are all tape marks because I have 5-year-olds, and at one point they decided that they needed to plaster the entire wall with pictures. You can even see like they randomly hang stuff up everywhere. So anyway, I have dirty walls. What am I going to do? I got 5-year-olds. I have dirty floors most of the time too. Anyway, welcome. And I am very happy to have you here. And let's get started. There's so much to do today. And I know we skipped last week and it was a little bit of a mess because the emails that I had created to go out to people to tell them that we weren't having a webinar didn't go out. They didn't save, like the updated ones didn't save, so it sent out the regular sequence anyway. And that was very confusing because you were getting emails that said like webinar starting, and then it said like, here's your replay, and there was no replay. So anyway, sorry about that, but we are back. I had a lovely trip. I was in Colorado and we rode horses and it was just fantastic. So I'm going to say hello to everybody. Hello. And let's get started. So a couple of the things we're going to do today is there is a brand new MPA calculator. And the calculator, hold on. I think you knew that though. I'm saying I'm live now. There's a brand new calculator, and the calculator is for MPA, and we will go look at that. And I was playing around with it, and actually I was a little bit surprised by what I found out. And the reason I was surprised is because it didn't actually make any sense to buy lower level shares than it did upper level shares. And that really surprised me because wouldn't you assume that like you would start like pretty much all of them? And hold on, I'm trying to adjust my screen. I should just stay up in my office. It's so much easier, but I wanted to be downstairs. So here I am. And I just got done with my workout. Yes, this is like super raw, like, hi, we're here. We're doing live events. It's way too live. Sometimes I think I shouldn't be like so live and I should stage it a little better, but whatever. Let's go do it. Let's do the calculator first, and then I want to show you TT3 and what's going on with TT3, and then have some like good bad news updates with them. FAP, things are going really well in there. I want to show you that one, and also the updates. If you are in FAP, then you already know that like their processors are having some issues, not issues, but like they were put limits. Basically, when a company gets too big, oh shoot. And a phone call. All right, let's turn that off. There's everything going on right now. Okay, anyway, when companies get too big, sometimes processors will put a limit on how much they can actually transact for a day. So they are slowly building up their transaction amounts each day. But like yesterday, I think on Payza, it was 80,000, which seems like a lot, but I went on to make a withdrawal just to see, and it said, sorry, the 80,000's gone for the day, come back tomorrow. And you know, in a way I appreciate that because that means like I'm not going to put in a false withdrawal that's just going to sit there and not get done. But it does mean that until they get it figured out, it's not really going to be worth my time trying to figure out like when that window is to get in there and get withdrawals. Although they did make it go down to $100 a day, so they can take care of quite a few people. They can take care of what, 8,000 people a day. But if you're like 8,001, then your withdrawal isn't going to be honored. It just won't, you won't be able to do it. But you also won't be sitting on a pending withdrawal like some other places for a long, long, long time. So we're going to be pretty honest today on what's going on, and then I want to share a few new things I've been looking at and happy about them. Okay, let's do calculator first. So I am going to get to my calculator, and what I promised to do today, I have some promises that I need to make and I need to do. In the Money Mamas live, in the Money Mamas training area, I am going to put a link, a downloadable link to all of the calculators that I have, all of them. Okay, so they will all be in one place and you will be able to get every single one and download it onto your machine. They're all, as you know, Excel sheets. So that should be pretty easy. If you can open Excel, then usually you have to click like enable editing, and then you can play around with it too. So I think this is the one I wanted to look at. Let me double check. Yep. And okay, let me do my screen share. One moment. Here we go. Entire screen now. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to share this. And you should be able to see my screen. I can't make it too much bigger. Actually, that's not true. I can. I'm going to shut some of these down. There we go. Okay. I'm going to make it a little bigger. So anyway, what's going on with MPA and the way they've structured it now is there are 4 levels costing $5, $10, $25, and $50. There is no repurchase. So every time you earn money, it's going straight into your cash account, which means you can take it out and put it back in if you wanted to do that. They do have the option of taking your money and putting it into a repurchase, and of course you can just use your money to repurchase, but it actually probably is good for the system to have people withdraw and then put money back in. And you don't have to, though. Like, you can just keep putting your money in, but then it gets seen as fresh funds, and I think that's actually a good thing. Daily reward, which this is daily reward, but what that means is there's a percent of the 120% that's being paid each day. So if it's at 1.75% of the 120%, that means it'll take 69 days to expire. That is roughly the estimate, because they said it's between like 1 and 2%. So even, let's see, I'm going to change this actually to 1.6. And let's do that one too, 1.6%, 1.6%, and 1.6%. Okay, so these are going to take 75 days to expire. Let's just look at this. This is what you can have in each level. You can have 100 ones, 100 twos, 100 threes, and unlimited fours. In other words, you can buy 100 shares at $5, 100 shares at 10, and 100 shares at 25, and then unlimited 50s. Now, what's interesting about this is that, let's check this out. I'm just going to leave these. These are all the maxes, for example. Oh, and your daily limit, I can't remember, 100? Is it $100 a day that you can take out 5 days a week? No. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember? It's 250? Okay, maybe it's 250. Like right now, I just totally forgot. I can't remember. Anyway, that is Monday through Friday, 250. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The cap is. But anyway, check this out. If you have, and I'll zoom in because I know sometimes this is blurry and it's better to see a little bit closer. If you have 100 active shares on the $5 level, which is the most you can have, so it costs you 500, your total returns are that 120%, which is 600. Your daily profits at 1.6% are $8, and the withdrawable $8. Your actual daily profit is $1.33. The maximum amount you can make is $1.33 a day with your 500 shares. Think about that. Well, your $500 worth of shares, your $100. So, okay, that, I guess what you would be doing then with those 100 is you continue, no, you can even buy more than that. So you'd have to start buying something up. But essentially, the most you can make with these is $600, okay? And that is, you know, you could put in and buy like 5 shares to start with, and each day you'll make 7 cents, and then you keep building that up until you have 100. But in my, just looking at this, and you know, of course, like maybe some of my knowledge is not entirely whole, meaning there might be parts of this that I'm not understanding, but it looks to me like if you are spending all your money on the 100 ad packs at the $5 level, you're going to be making $1.33 a day. If you then decide you want to max out, let's say you don't have any of these yet. So right now, wait, okay. Right now you're making $1.33 a day with your 100 packs, okay? And you're going to earn $8 a day. Whoa, what? $8 a day, and the maximum you can withdraw without losing ad shares is $1.33. And that is calculated by adding up the daily profits, and the daily profits is calculated by dividing D1 minus 1, which is, where's D1? D1, oh, the 120%. So, and that, okay. What that means to me, your monthly income will be $40 at this level. So let's say then you want to max out the next level. Okay, your monthly income is $120. Let's say you want to max out the next level. Your monthly income is $320. And so far you have spent $4,000 to make $320 a month. That to me seems like kind of a goofy strategy. Right now, if I spend all my time and I'm trying to build up these lower ad packs and they're all expiring in 75 days and the most I can make is $10.67 a day, that just doesn't seem worth it to me. So let's pretend like you were going to buy 10 shares at this level, but instead of buying the 10 shares there, you just kind of saved your money and you bought 10 shares here. Well, what would that be? You could buy 5 shares here. So 67, but let's say you get this up to 100 shares here. You're already making $13 a day, whereas before, what did we have? Like, it was way less than that. And so I kept going up. What if I can then get it to 400 shares? Now I'm making $53 a day. What I'm kind of wondering is why I would max out my small levels. Okay, so look, now I have 400 shares in my, I'm going to be making the $4,000 in the 75 days versus down here making $100 in 75 days. I am just wondering what, if anybody has insight, you can certainly fill me in, but why would you, other than it being prohibitive, cost prohibitive for you to buy $50 shares, maybe you're only going to buy 2 shares, so you're only going to spend 10 bucks, and then you're going to make yourself like 3 cents a day. But why would you go ahead and spend all your money on these lower shares when the returns are just as much as the upper shares? And here's where it gets interesting. So now if I had 1,400 shares in the unlimited unlimited level for $50 shares, that's what I'm trying to say, then I'm making $186 a day without losing shares. Well, let's say I was working on that, but I decided to max out all these lower levels anyway. Look, seriously, it was like a difference of $10, $9. It's a $9 increase to spend your time. Whoops, I got to add another 0 there. No, stop that. Okay, sorry. $10, my bad. $10 that you're going to make different. Well, about $10.50 difference if you spend all your time building up your lower ad shares versus saving up and just pumping into your upper ad shares. That is what I found interesting. Essentially, like if you didn't do anything on these, and you just focused on the $50 shares, you're going to be doing better. That's what it looks like to me. So my recommendation, if you start with $150, where's the seed money? Can I change this number? Oh yeah, let's say I had $1,000 to put in. That didn't really do much. My withdraw, 400, whatever. I don't really know what that one's doing for me. I just think that not worrying about the lower shares is probably a better strategy on this one in particular than trying to build up the lower shares and then build to your upper shares. Does that make sense? That's the only one where I would see that this is a better strategy, is just to kind of let your money sit there until you can actually buy a $50 share. And what I don't know is if I don't know if the $5 shares expire faster because there's more people buying $5 shares, which I assume, versus buying the upper ones. But if they're all expiring in the same amount of time, I mean, let's just say this was 2% here, the highest. No, let's 2%. So 60 days. 2%. And 2%, and then the 75s. So even if you had 100, you're still making basically, I mean, you're going to make the same amount. It's just going to take 2 months. So to make $50 a month, you are going to need your $100 at 5. If you put 100 shares and you get that up to 100 shares at the 50, you're going to be making your $400 a month. Or your 100 shares here. Is that right? $50 a month. Oh my gosh, I'm typing like a cuckoo. Okay. That is what I wanted to show you. I don't think buying a bunch of small shares in this rev share does you any good, is my point, even if they're expiring slightly faster. So if you can get in the $50 shares, I think you're going to be seeing a lot better returns. Let's now, I'm going to stop this one. And I am going to go over to my paint ads so we can see what's going on. And I'm making pretty good, I think I'm building up pretty well. I did not start with very much in here when on the reboot. I'm waiting for July, what is it, July 5th, when I finally get my PayPal money back. But check this out. So I bought some shares yesterday. Let me get back. So many screens. Member overview. There we go. Okay. Today, I have $9.24 in my earning balance of Bitcoin. I have only used Bitcoin, so I only have money in Bitcoin, and then I continue to buy shares. I have 14 active shares, and I've earned a total of $65 on them. And at first I bought $50 shares, and then I was like, wait a second, maybe I need to go back and like buy lower shares. Let's see if there's a history under here. Earning history. So here's all my shares. Okay, so I put 100 in. Is that right? And then 50 more? I think so. I think that's what I did. So I spent 150 in here. Those are $50 shares. And then I just started buying fives, but then I started doing the calculation and realizing, like, I don't know if those are doing me much good. So would it help me if I just held off and instead of buying shares every day, like let my money accumulate so that I could buy a 50? That might actually be a better strategy. But let me show you what's going to happen here. So let's go back to overview just so you can see when this happens to you. Like, I have $9.24 over here in my earnings. I have $1 in commission, and I have 32 cents in my repurchase. There is no repurchase rule, but you use the repurchase column to combine money from other places. They even make it easier for you. So that one way to do that is to go to Finances and go to Balance Transfer, and then transfer your balance. So I can transfer my commission into my repurchase. I can also transfer my earning into my repurchase. You can only transfer into repurchase. And then I could have combined money, so I'd be able to buy a $10 share right now. I don't know if I need to. Oh, and you have to have $1 commission. You have to have at least $1. So if I do coin payments and I'm doing this from my commission to my repurchase, $1. Oh yeah, because I tried to do like 53 cents and it was like, yeah, no, you cannot transfer 53 cents. Fine, whatever. Okay, so now I can go to purchase ad packs. And remember, this is where it's a little bit different because you don't add funds. I have these 4 ads running right now, and 2 of them are the same, but I'm going to buy ad packs here. What I can do, and I think I will buy a $10. And it even says right here, repurchase plus earning. So in my earning, I have $9.23. In my repurchase, I have $1.32. I can buy a $10 share. I'm going to for demonstration purposes, but again, I'm thinking rather than buy shares every day at the $5 level, maybe that's a good idea for a little bit, but you're not earning that much back to make it worth your while to max that level out. Whereas if you just did it a little bit slower, you could buy the $50 shares quicker and build that up faster. It just doesn't seem like you're making enough back to make that big of a difference in the $5 share. And of course, if somebody has a reason why they disagree with that, that's totally fine. Please let me know, because maybe my thinking is wrong, but it just looks based on the numbers like it really doesn't make a difference to max out those lower levels. So anyway, I picked repurchase plus earning shares. I'm going to buy myself 1 share at $10, and I'm going to hit pay now. It's done. I now have 56 cents in earnings and another position. What's harder to keep track of here is that you don't have the different levels segmented, so it just says 15 active shares now. Well, some of those are 50s, some of those are 5s, some of those are 10s. I don't have any 25s yet. And that's what it looks like. Okay, that is our membership overview. I would like to now see if there's any questions. Oops, I don't need that on. Oh, don't need that on. Oh, this is my crowdfunding for a new game. I'm going to tell you about that too, but I'm technically not supposed to show you my back office in that. So, let's see, any questions? Comments? Nope, keep going. Okay. This is TT3. And here's what's happening over here in TT3. The good and bad, well, I wanted to show you this, that I have $618 in my accounts. I now have 3 different accounts running. The Solid Trust Pay balance is actually from a new referral that signed up, so thank you there. And I now have something in Solid Trust Pay. Yesterday I gotta show you the screenshot. It's pretty fancy yesterday. Hold on, I'm having tracking issues. Okay. Yesterday, I just couldn't even believe it. Let me bring up this screen share. No. Okay. Stop sharing one, start sharing another. Here I am in transition. And here it is. Okay. Now, what do you see? You see me. Let's try that again. What? Okay. I'm trying to show you a screen. Why is it not giving me the option to do that? That is so annoying. That? No. Okay, seriously. It's there. Sorry. I suppose I should do my webinars. I'm just going to do a share the whole screen. Okay. This is what I wanted to show you. Goodness gracious. Okay. This was yesterday. I had 4,000 active shares, 21,000 total shares. I hadn't served my ads yet, but look down here. I had $1,488 in my total balance, $1,500 pending, $1,200 paid, $2,700 total. This was $1,488. Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that brilliant? And then I bought a bunch of shares, and now that number is, it was down to like $100, and then since yesterday, it's gone back up to 600, whatever it is today. The reason I want to show you that is because it was just like there's a lot of money being made in here, and as you know, the problem is we are having a very hard time accessing our money. So it's definitely there. I have a total balance of $1,400, but even if I put in a request, it continues to be pending. That is the problem. So here's what's going on with Triple Threat. Triple Threat has just announced again that they are going to do a refund of all pending deposits except for the most current day that any of the processors are on. So there's still a processor, and I think it's Payza, I'm actually not sure, that is still paying out March 11th. And today is April 4th. They're still paying out March 11th. That's like 3 weeks behind. That's huge. So they are going to do the thing where they refund all your money again. So in my account, whenever they do that, like the end of this week or early next week, I'm not even sure, all my $1,500 pending withdrawal will go back into my account. And then I will, I guess, repurchase more shares. But they're going to put in the $50 limit very quickly and hopefully get things paid out much quicker. So if you haven't been paid for March 11th, that is coming to you. If you have been paid for March 11th and then you still have pending withdrawals, that money is probably going to come back refunded to you. You put it back in the system by, I guess, a buttload of new shares, and hopefully they will catch up and start paying out regularly. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't mind having $20 if I knew it was coming every day. I started a different rev share, which I had shared with you. It's the ads 150. Did I share this one? Maybe this one's new. Ads 150. It's one of those, and again, this is when I said that I'm not actually sure how long it's going to last, but I asked for a payment yesterday and it was deposited within 5 hours. So that's good. Then I just put it back in. It pays very quickly, and it is kind of a strange back office. I'm going to show you this back office. It's a little bit strange back office, but it's paying. I know this because I took a payment out already. So let me get this screen going. There we go. So right now, it says I have $4.89 available. My earnings of $15.89. My profit from my shares is 89 cents, and that's up here. So that's for today. This one is supposed to expire in less than 7 days. There's no repurchase, so your money is just your money. And that's why I took a withdraw, and then I put in some more money. I withdrew it and then put it back in. And I think that actually kind of helps the system, because then it has fresh funds coming in all the time, even though it was the money that I had just taken out. But in actuality, I had like $18 in my Payza account, so I put in $15 instead of just putting in the $5 back in. So there you go. This one's really simple. It looks like this. It's a little bit strange to look at. There's a couple people in here. Buy ad shares, everything is $5, and there's a 5% processing fee, which is kind of crazy, but I guess I could change it to Bitcoin if I wanted, it's still the same percent. Anyway, you can buy up to 20 shares at a time. If you want to do more than 20 shares, then you would just do a couple different transactions. And there's a bonus for everyone. You get an extra ad share for every $100 you put in Bitcoin. I'm guessing they're trying to build up their Bitcoin account, so they're giving a little incentive, but it is paying, and it's paying quickly. So this would be one, like, I wouldn't say let your money sit until you get to a $500 limit or anything. I would say get your money, and you can put it back in and then get your money, and put it back in and get your money. And this one will go a little quicker. Okay, so ads 150. I could add this to our training area too, but I'm enjoying this one. This one's kind of working for me. Next is Fort Ed Pays. .com. Oh, and I have put a video out. It was called Turn $100 into $1,000, and it was the Fort Ed Paid Calculator, and it has over 2,500 views, which is pretty cool, actually. And I get quite a bit of feedback. People really want that calculator, so I got to make sure to put it on there so people can stick with me and see more. So, oh, let's wait for this to go. I am still enjoying Fort Ed Pays. Let me show you. Let's see if we shall English this. Translate. Okay. So they're really nice at giving updates. So anyway, the to pay for you global limits are extended to 30,000 a day. PayPal global limits are now 90,000, and they are going to continue improving that. Here's what happens if you go to do a withdraw. Check this out, because I know it's too late in the day to do this. I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. Okay, so it's $100 a day from Payzar, and $100 a day for to pay for you, and to click pay is $100. And the teller has been changed to Payza, and Payza is $100. But check this out. Here's the notice I keep getting. The Payza maximum withdrawal request amount per day is over. Please check back tomorrow. That's because my processor is set to Payza. I can't even take money out. But at least I know it's not going to be sitting there. So what in the last couple weeks, I've been very happy with how this is building. Right now, you'll see I have set $8.97 and $7.75, and I completely bought shares yesterday. $632 in profit shares. Total active is 1357. I need some more people to come over to the paid side. That would be great. And when I go up to finance, I can buy some shares. And you know, this is very easy, very straightforward. I got 16 bucks. I will do 16 shares. You might use my repurchase. I understand. Review. Pay now. Done. Okay. Slowly, we can see that now I have 1373 shares. So let's do another thing. Oh, it's open. Okay. I'm going to go back to open. No. There we go. Stop sharing there. Start sharing again. I'm going to close that one. Save. Okay. I know it's me, then it's not me, then it's me, then it's not me. And potential gain. You should be able to see that. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Right now, and this will be slightly inaccurate because this is assuming that my shares were all bought today, but let's use my 1373 that I have up here. Change the date. So let's call today's date 4/7. Okay, great. Now all of the dates have been changed, and instead of having this, I have 1373. So today I have 1,373 active shares. None of them have deactivated yet, making about $24 a day. 12 is in one wallet, 12 is in the other. I could take out $12 a day without, and still have my 50% left. So let's just keep looking. And again, in this one, we like the green, potential cash withdraw, $50 or 50%. And total shares, earning accumulated. Okay, so I will now be up to, and I think it's actually still the same numbers. So $100 a day. Whoops, gonna make that a little smaller so I can scroll over, see the date. $100 a day will come in August, but if I let that ride, I believe they will get back up to their 1,000. I really, really do. And still by December, I'll be at 1,000. So if I just keep letting this ride, I mean, that's going to be crazy when I'm seeing like $115,000 of shares. And if I really don't take anything out, then it's just going to keep building. It's pretty impressive. I just love the numbers on this. It was also pointed out to me that because, well, that would be about as high as we can go on this calculator. It's really not going to matter anything about that because chances are I'm going to take 1,000 out. So then by this day, instead of having 1,700, I'm actually going to have what? 114,000 because it'll be going down and then it'll be 113,000. But each day I'll put some more back in, take some out, and it'll be great. It's gonna be great.